When that train derailed in East Palestine, it wasn't because Trump deregulated the brakes. These aren't news stories. They're storylines pumped into your bubble. 4, always be aware that once the news became a profit division of media companies, they stopped being in the news business and are now in the audience stroking business. The goal is no longer to inform opinions, it's to reinforce them. 3, if your news outlet consistently reduces everything that happens in the world to who the president of America is, get rid of it. It's just thoughtless, reflexive team politics.
Clip 1. Bill Maher any mainstream media par x strong attack Kia, Kakar KL News reporting se Zayada narrative building ho rahi hai. Unka Kana hai Kajab East Palestine train derailment hua, to kuch outlets any turn blame political deregulation par dal dia, jab ka reality itni simple nahi ti. Mar mutabik media stories ko facts ki jaga emotional storylines bana kar audience ku bubbles main push karda high. Or jab news ek profit driven industry ban j, to fur goal information dina nahi reda, goal surf audience ko engage rakna hoda high.
News Nation reported this year that the U.S. was on track for nearly a 300% increase in measles cases. 300%? Wow, that sounds like it could be millions. It was 35. Because they just want to manipulate you into clicking. Look, I have 10 fingers. You want to see me suddenly have 80% less? Okay. 5, never trust the initial reports. The media cares way more about being first than being right. They love a scoop, but it's a scoop of because it always turns out to be wrong.
Mar any ek or example dia jab measles cases kuber main report ayi ka numbers 300% increase hone whale hain. Sun main ek huge crisis lag to high, lekin jab actual numbers dek gay to surf 35 cases nikel. Unka kana the ku percentages or dramatic headlines ka you surf clicks or attention kuliya kia jada high. Media aksar peli report karna chata high, sahi report karna bad main ada high. Is race main accuracy aksar sacrifice hojadi high.
You have to care about the truth. The media doesn't care about it because they know you don't care, that you just want to hear your side. So at some point you need to take a step back, look around, and be really honest. Are you actually as your news feed tells you are? Are you miserable? Some people are, and we should help them. Are you destitute? Some people are. We should help them. But most people who take the subway get to work alive. Most don't fall out of a plane with a missing door.
Marka kana haiku agar aap pickle kuch sailing key media coverage dikin to ek pattern nazar ada high. Donald Trump your Republican Party SE related stories ko aksar dramatize car dia jada high. Negative headlines lightning speed SE TV or social media par spread ho jadi hain. Lekin jab details bad main addy hain, to context aksar missing hoda high. Mar argue kardi hain kajab media exaggeration karda high to lagon ka trust dear cam hon lag to high.
Trump could absolutely blow up the world on day 1 of term 2. He's a dangerous, erratic, insane, awful person, and I'd love to help him get not elected. But he didn't actually start World War III last time, or nuke a hurricane, or trade Puerto Rico for Greenland. Sure, the sequel is usually worse, but until he does, I'm going to live my life, and not the one the media wants me to live, hating half the country and my pants 24/7. Is the sky really falling? I don't know. Maybe. And maybe it's just the door from a Boeing airplane.
Mar audience ek honest Saul Pukti hain. Kia denaya waki utni high dangerous high jitni apka news feed dikata high? Wakate hain kahan, kuch log mushkil main hain or unki help zero or honi chahi. Lekin zayadatar log apni daily life normal tariq seg rahi hain. Media ka constant doom and gloom narrative logon ko unnecessary fear main rock sock to high.
It's time for the media to admit that they blew the whole thing way out of proportion, because as always with media these days, they don't cover what's most important, just what's most fun to watch. There are 15.2 million college students in the U.S., and 2,300 have been arrested. That's 1/67th of 1%, and half of the ones in New York weren't even students. But we were given the false impression that these protesters are the voice of their generation, having found a cause for which they were willing to go to the tents and to the barricades. Oh, please, these kids are more violent when their team wins a championship.
Trump key potential return ko lekker be coffee fear-driven narratives chow rahi hain. Kuch commentators Kate Hain ku unki leadership denaya ko World War ki taraf laja sakti hai. Marka kana hai ku politics ko surf worst case scenarios ku through dekna reality ko distort kar dita hai. Unk mutabik Trump axar ideology se zayada negotiation or deal-making approach adopt kardi hain.
The vast majority just want to do what they went to college for in the first place, to experiment with being a lesbian. But when these kids chant, the whole world is watching, they're right. But only because you assholes with the cameras won't show anything else. Isn't there a bear in a swimming pool somewhere you should be covering?
Mar any college protests ka example dia jahan surf ek Kota group demonstration kar rahada. Lekin media coverage any is event ko ace present kia j's nationwide student revolt chow raha ho. Headlines or commentary any impression dia ku campuses harjaga erupt ho rahi hain, jab ku reality mani ek limited protest the.
So, I thought as a public service, since it's so hard to find reliable news these days, tonight I would provide a few rules of thumb for trying to follow the news in our modern age. Starting with, if the headlines in your preferred news outlet routinely feature words like shreds, destroys, pummels, bashes, your outlet is a partisan piece of shit. Either that or you're reading a Batman comic. Ditto with obliterates, roasts, annihilates, and owns. You're supposed to be a source for information, not Nikki Glazer at the Tom Brady roast.
Marka kana haiku exaggeration axar accidental nahi hodi. Jab chodi events ko national movements kutor par present kia jada hai to x specific narrative build hoda hai. Media janta haiku outrage or fear audience ko screen se chipka kurakta hai. Calm or balanced reporting utni attention nahi ladi jitni dramatic headlines.
Any news source that quotes the internet or writes Twitter says or a bunch of hacks too lazy to do real journalism. You can pretend you wrote a piece on the zeitgeist, but what you really did was look on your phone and quote the 3 angriest people with the most time on their hands.
Mar nex simple rule dia. Agar jishi news outlet ka headlines main words jays destroys, annihilates, obliterates, ya roasts regularly use ode hain, to a journalism cam or entertainment zayada high. News ka com information dina high, political boxing match create karna nahi.
If your news outlet consistently reduces everything that happens in the world to who the president of America is, get rid of it. It's just thoughtless, reflexive team politics. Trust me, no one lighting a tire fire in Haiti is thinking, I wouldn't have done this under Trump, but given the weakness of the Biden administration, why not?
Mar any social media journalism parbi criticism kia. Unka kana hai kuch outlets of Twitter reactions ko quote karka articles leak deet hain or ussi public opinion ka nam de deet hain. Kuch angry tweets suddenly, people are saying ban jade hain. Mar mutabik yi shortcut journalism hai jahan real investigation ki jaga online noise ko amplify kia jada hai.
Every problem in the world isn't caused by the president. When that train derailed in East Palestine, it wasn't because Trump deregulated the brakes, and the container ship didn't hit the bridge because of Biden's woke DEI agenda. These aren't news stories. They're storylines pumped into your bubble. 4, always be aware that once the news became a profit division of media companies, they stopped being in the news business and are now in the audience stroking business. The goal is no longer to inform opinions, it's to reinforce them. Walter Cronkite used to say, that's the way it is. Now it's, that's our story and we're sticking to it.
In main marka main message simple the, har problem ko president ya ek political figure se connect karna reality ko oversimplify kar dita high. Jab media har story ko sensational bana dita high, to credibility damage hodi high. Mar Kate Hain ka healthy media landscape kulia responsible journalism or critical thinking dano zarori hain. Audience ko be apni information bubbles se bahar nikal kar different perspectives dekni chahi.